The presenting sponsor of Moontower Soccer is FVF Law.
To find out what makes FVF a different kind of injury law firm, you can visit fvf.law.
Hello, friends, and welcome to Swoontower Soccer. We are all about the boys.
I'm Steph Cragnola.
And I'm Mike Cragnola. We're the hosts.
We did it.
It has been a long 2 weeks of no matches. Steph.
Yeah, but it has been a hot 2 weeks of no matches. So I'm not going to lie. I have been glad to be inside. I do not envy the boys training this week.
Yeah, honestly, after, 2 weeks of relatively good weather in our last episode, Austin summer has finally decided to come around in mid-August, and boy, has it reminded me what this is like.
Yeah.
Woof.
And it's such a bummer too, because I just got an e-bike, so that's exciting, and I feel like I can't ride it anywhere because I can't even walk outside. It's awful.
On the plus side, now we can use the bike valet at Q2.
I'm so excited.
And so thank you, Austin FC, for providing a free place for us to park our bikes during the matches.
Yeah.
We can't wait to take more advantage of it.
Yeah,
Let's
absolutely. Very excited for that.
All right. This week, we do not have a Matchscot.
Nope.
We do not have fit checks.
Nope.
We do not have match moods and pitch personalities.
Nope.
But what we do have
Ads.
we do have ads, and we also have social media standouts. We've got a lot to go through. In the past 2 weeks, our boys have been lucky to go on some vacations. The team has put out a lot of stuff. And then, as always, some of our guys have been keeping us entertained and doing good work, and so we want to highlight a lot of that. So
I gotta say, the media team on this break has done an excellent job. They've given us variety. They've given us what we've been waiting for 4 years, and some things we didn't even know we needed.
It's been fantastic. So let's jump into it and start with vacations.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Everyone seems like they used the time off after Leagues Cup. It seems like everybody got a little bit of a break. Some people chose to take some time with the family. Other people jumped straight into more different work. Notably, Brad Stuver, immediately upon coming home from LAFC, the very next morning was in front of a panel of people speaking about LGBTQIA rights. And then the next day was in the Pride Parade for Austin.
Yeah, with Verdissimo.
That's right. With
he
Pride
and
Verdissimo.
Were on a float, and it was wonderful.
Yeah,
I think Brad looked at home on a float.
He looked a little stiff. I'm not gonna lie. Yep.
No, he looked so chill to be there.
He looked like he was having a good time, but also maybe he was worried
about falling off. Do you think floats are scary? Have you ever been on a float?
I've never been on a float. If you have a float and you're listening to the show and you want me and Steph on a float, I would love to be that.
I don't know if I would love it. I think I would hate being on a float. I hate people perceiving me.
Says the actor.
Yeah, it's different.
And the internet personality.
It's different.
Okay.
I like being on a float. You have to wave. I've told you
Picture this.
Sicily,
your character.
1912.
Your character is someone who likes being on floats.
I hear you. I'm not sure I can get myself there, though. I've told you my Ice Girl story, right?
No, not on the show.
I auditioned to be a Bruins Ice Girl when the Boston Bruins were casting for Ice Girls. I thought, wow, I'm a skater. They want skaters. They didn't really want skaters. They wanted people to skate across the rink without using toe picks and pick up a trash can and wave. I did not ace that audition.
The trash can part or the waving part?
The waving part. I picked up a trash can grate. I've been training to sweep things off the ice since I was like 11. I know how to do it without bending over and sticking your butt up in the air. I do think they wanted more butt was the problem. Yeah.
Interesting. So I don't have a good segue for the next vacation.
You know who else likes parades?
Maybe. Guilherme Biru took the time off to go to New York City with the family. There are some really cute pictures on his Insta of them in Times Square. It's one of those things that, like, growing up in the Northeast, you forget how big a destination Times Square is.
I mean, growing up in the U.S. to start, and then also being so close as being in the Northeast. Like, I think coming from outside the U.S. especially to go to Times Square is like, it's gotta just be overwhelming.
What I loved is he did my very first trip to New York as well. He went from Times Square to the Bronx Zoo.
Except I don't think he did it by riding the Funghwa bus all night.
You don't think he stayed up all night from 2 a.m. at Times Square and then walked to the Bronx Zoo?
I don't think so. A man who shops at Marshall's doesn't strike me as the stay up all night and party kind of guy. He seems like the dad kind of guy.
You're probably right. I mean, these are family photos.
Although we do know what he's clicking on LinkedIn. On Instagram.
That's true. Hackeado. All right. A little bit closer to home. Johan Valencia ended up at the Rose Room on Rock Rose for his vacation. So our little domain boy.
I love how much Johan enjoys exploring Austin.
Yeah.
Like, his joy for Austin makes me so happy to live here.
Yeah, it makes me really happy that he's on our team. Knowing how much he's getting out of being in town.
Yes.
Speaking of local trips, Seba Driussi also spent some time at the domain.
The best part is when Mike was looking at these pictures and he was like, "Ooh, where do you think they are?" And I was like, "I think they're at the domain." And Mike was like, "Nah, this place looks so cool." And I was like, "I think it's just like a cool alley of the domain." And then like we swiped a couple pictures and he was like, "Oh yeah, no, that's the domain."
It's just a parking structure that was in the background that looked cool. Wow. They got me.
Yeah, they did. They vacation fished you.
Speaking of vacation fishing,
oh,
Matt Bersano was on the San Antonio Riverwalk, which I thought was going to be a lot cooler than it was the first time I went. And it is very Disney.
Have I been there?
I don't know if we've ever gone to the Riverwalk. I know that we have gone to a few different places in San Antonio. I don't think we've done the Riverwalk.
Okay.
Usually when we go down there, it's very hot. And the last thing we want to do,
Texas.
Yeah, is be outside.
Okay. I never remember if I've ever been to San Antonio, but I think now I know that I have.
Yes.
I think we looked at the river the last time we were there.
We drove past it.
We saw a river. We did not walk it.
Yeah. I do not think that this is a rumor worthy of, like, last time Matt Bersano went somewhere in Texas and I said, "Oh, this is proof he's getting traded to Dallas."
Yeah.
I do not think this is that case.
He also didn't caption his Riverwalk post with "These are San Antonio Riverwalk dogs now."
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's true.
He was less misleading.
Yeah, let's put it on him.
Yeah.
I did love that the Efecito boys also got a little bit of a vacation.
Yeah.
I know Jimmy is technically a first team player now, but he did spend his vacation at an apartment pool with Steve Louis Jean.
Love that for them.
So that's pretty fun.
We did get to see some CJ meal photos and wonder even further on who cooked them.
Yes. Yeah. Knowing that CJ and Jimmy are roommates, like, the media team's been really killing it lately.
They need to do better.
They need to give us a web series.
Buddy comedy.
Yes. Please. Let's go.
Yes.
Every morning, Jimmy's waking CJ up with, "It's Jimmy time."
You made that joke last time.
Yep. It's my personality now.
Great. And finally, we got a couple more, or a couple Dawn commercials. I know we mentioned this last time on the show as well. But we did get another one with Diego Rubio. These are very silly, y'all.
I think they're so good. And both of these guys like get so close to nailing it.
Yeah.
Right? Like they are like a quarter of a like phrase away from delivering it perfectly straight. And then it gets like, oh, this is why they're athletes and not actors.
Yes. Oh, it is a Dawn commercial.
It's just so fun. Really great content
Yes.
on the vacation side of the house over the past couple of weeks.
Yeah. It's been nice to see them having fun and kind of living it up.
Yeah. Do you want to take an ad break
do
before
it
we
now.
get into the rest of the content?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. Swoontower Soccer is brought to you by our friends at FVF Law, the official injury lawyers of Austin FC.
FVF is a different kind of personal injury law firm dedicated to community, transparency, and client education. And they have their own podcast called Summary Judgment. Check it out wherever you get your podcasts.
You can go to fbf.law to find out what makes FVF a different kind of injury law firm and why understanding your legal options can dramatically change the outcome of a case.
Our premier sponsor is McGuire Woods Consulting, helping clients in the public affairs space from lobbying at the local, statewide, and federal levels to digital and communications campaigns across the country.
McGuire Woods Consulting has offices in 10 MLS cities, but only advertises on this podcast as they support Austin FC in the march toward the playoffs.
Yeah.
What do you think, Steph? How many? We going 9 for 9 in the last 9 matches?
Yeah, we're the best team in the world.
Yeah, 27 points. Let's go. Contact our friends at McGuire Woods Consulting at mwcllc.com for more information.
Okay. Now we're getting into the juice. The juice of today. The social
the
media
real
team.
meat.
The real meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's start with, these are out of order, so sorry. They're just kind of in the order that we typed them. So we're going to start with the Brendan Heinzike mic'd up. Heinzike mic'd is difficult to say.
Yeah, that one's a tough one.
This was a really interesting mic'd up for me to watch. And I feel like Danny makes sense for a mic'd up. Even I think Alex Ring makes sense for a mic'd up. There are a lot of players who I feel like make sense for a mic'd up. And I would never, if you gave me like a list to write, it would be a long list before I got to Brendan Heinzike. So I'm glad we got to see a little bit of his personality. But I do think, and I don't know if you felt the same way, I do think he was like trying to be entertainment closer to what Danny would do than maybe being his genuine self.
I thought this mic'd up was like Brendan Heinzike stands closer to more players than
he's
other...
ever before.
Yeah. Or than like other players stand close to other players. Like because it felt like if mic'd up was an ensemble piece rather
Yes.
than a solo vehicle. You know, because like a Danny Pereira mic'd up is a solo vehicle
Yes, it is about
highlighting Danny. This one, I mean, we get that gorgeous Alex quote right at the very beginning. We get like John Gallagher being funny as always.
Oh, it's because they had pizza.
Danny being funny. Like he is physically close enough to all the other people that like his mic picks up what they say.
Yeah.
And I think that he's like the rational viewpoint character in this comedy, right?
Yeah. No, I think that's a good take on it. Yeah, he's lobbing him up for everyone else to spike him in.
Yeah, he's the assist guy over here.
I did also love Danny in the comments. Obviously, Danny always in the comments. Like,
my dude
I
loves
had the best mic'd
social
up.
media.
And we love him for it.
How are you gonna only have a minute long mic'd up? It's
Never
like,
change.
it's
Never
such
change,
a good
Danny.
burn.
We love you.
Yeah.
Also, some BHI content. It was his daughter's birthday, and he posted the sweetest little video for her, the little video montage of her being just like
A total chaos gremlin.
Yeah.
Like she really reminds me so much of our niece because of that energy, that like, lunatic fringe performer, like
Yep.
weirdo energy she's got. Great video.
So relatable. It was awesome.
Yep. Speaking of relatable, Jossie Sardes' boys are like desperate to be just like their dad.
I mean, yeah.
The oldest son has his haircut right now with like the bleached top and sides, and both of them put on their little back to school boards that they want to be pro soccer players when they grow up.
Just too pure.
It's so adorable.
Ugh.
I mean, I get it. I also look up to Jossie. So
Yeah.
like when I grow up, I want to be cool like him too.
They're just so cute. And
Yeah.
like they're such a like, you know, perfect little family. Like they're just like they look like they support each other so much.
Right.
Jossie with the kids and Maddie, like everyone just looks like they love being part of this family.
Did you see Maddie's post the other day about I highly recommend marrying your best friend? Like so normal, so normcore, so adorable. We love it.
Yeah.
Also same though.
Same.
Highly recommended.
10 out of 10. Okay.
Speaking
Favorite-
of a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, that was a good transition. Favorite video that the media team has ever put out is the What's in the Box video.
Yep.
It's Seba and Brad and Danny and Johan Valencia
And Owen.
and Owen for a brief little bit, just enough for Brad to say that he was a liar. With a cardboard box painted green. You know, like this was as low tech as they come. It's on a folding table with a painted cardboard box, and they just put weird things in it.
It's so awesome.
It's so great. And what I really, really loved about this is how much of a personality it showed for Seba.
Yes.
Like his little like hand puppets at the beginning. It's a bird. Like
so serious too.
Yes.
Like what a clown.
Also the way he just like goes in and slaps that slime. That's gonna be food for Austin FC
Thought.
fans for,
Yep, food for
years.
thought. Food for the plot.
Food for the plot.
I don't know if y'all have seen that meme lately. I watch it for the plot, but that's what this is.
Yep. Brad doesn't trust a single thing
No.
that the media team is putting in front of him. Incredible.
Yeah.
We know Brad's the smartest one
Honestly.
because he's not falling for anything. He knows.
Yeah. The return of evil laughter was
Yes.
great in this.
Yeah. It's so funny, like, to think of a media team as having, like, a narrative through line. But I really love that ours does.
Yeah. It's so fun. It's such a great video. And, like, I think it's almost like an image rehab for Seba is just so valuable,
Yes.
right? Even in this morning, they did a little like reel of like people coming into work and Seba just being like, "Bueno!" Like it just he is clearly having a lot more fun now.
Yes.
Or at least
Or
they are
someone's telling him to have more fun.
Yeah, or they are showing us that he's
Yes.
having fun
And it's
more now.
lovely. It makes my heart so happy.
Yeah, both for him and for our job.
Yes. Also, it smells like a box, I think is the funniest thing I've ever heard from Brad. Like, just no nonsense.
Thank you.
Okay. They also posted a little hype video. MLS is coming back. We got a glimpse of Speed Bump for the first time in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And it begs the question, is Speed Bump ever coming back, and should he?
Yeah, I think the second part is kind of where I'm at. Like, I would trust that, like, armadillos probably don't love that experience.
20,000 people in a crowd?
Yeah.
Lights blaring?
Big
and
loud music.
Big music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's probably okay if Speed Bump doesn't,
Yeah.
you know?
That's where I'm sitting too. I'm very grateful to have gotten to meet Speed
Yes.
Bump. Getting to meet an armadillo is something that I did not know I needed to do in my life, and now I've done it, and I'm a better person for it. But I think that having Speed Bump as a like video and content mascot and not necessarily as a live mascot sits happy in my heart.
Yeah, I think I'm more joyous seeing a video of Speed Bump than I am seeing Speed Bump at the stadium.
Yeah. We know you all have been asking.
Yeah,
There's one person on Instagram who on every single Instagram post asks about Speed Bump. So if you're listening, that's what we think. Is Speed Bump ever coming back? In like every single post. It's wonderful.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
They're like us, but what's in the bags?
Yes.
I don't have a transition from what's in the bags or Speed Bump, but I did want to talk about Leo Vaisanen's little video of grilling in the truck with the beer.
Mm-hmm.
We love the regular food plus pour Yingling on it.
It's so funny. Like, what's next? What's the next food that you want to see one of our players pour Yingling on, and what's that food?
Ooh, for me, I want to see Julio pour Yingling on beef crudo.
So good. I want to see Hader on the same vein pour Yingling on a whole meat stick from Fogo de Chao.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what they serve because I've never been there.
Ooh, I think you would like it. It's fun.
I don't think I would.
No, you get a little chip and you flip it over when you've had enough.
I don't think you understand that enough meat for me is like a minimal amount of meat.
Yeah, but it's fun.
Okay.
It's like an experience.
It just feels so expensive for the amount of meat I would eat.
I mean, maybe.
You're right. Maybe I'll develop a voracious appetite for meat. And then we'll go. How about that?
Perfect.
Okay.
I do think that whoever was responsible for the script of this Leo video is a Swoontower fan, though.
Oh, yeah, you think?
Yeah, because why else would you rate it a 9.5?
That's true. That's right. I had forgotten about that.
Yeah, I know. I know you're out there.
Yeah.
And
We see you.
I rate that a 9.5.
Heck yeah. It was, again, great to see some personality from Leo. Like, getting these kind of under what's the best way to say
represented,
like,
maybe?
Yeah,
or
under focused.
Yeah.
Maybe the lower key players, give them some airtime has been really nice.
Yeah, it's been fun to see some guys who probably would otherwise gladly sit in the background.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Another killer video from the media team. This little montage video of just the training pitch with some Wes Anderson style music under it. The beauty is in the process. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so Wes Anderson. It's so quirky. I'm a quirky soccer team. Like, but without being like too much.
Yes, it's so perfect.
Yeah.
So perfectly balanced, and it's new. It's something new and different for them, and I really, really appreciated. Like, we got our little cooking video. We got another behind the wheel Lexus video, which I will never say no to. We got some walking into practice videos, but we got the what's in the box. We got this Wes Anderson montage. We're doing different things, and I love that.
Yeah, I think it's really cool, and it's probably time we devote a little bit of time to this behind the wheel video.
It's time.
Because it's so cute.
It's so pure.
Fun. The clip on Insta is okay, but the full video on YouTube is so worth watching.
Yes, absolutely. Go watch the whole thing. I could listen to Julio talk for however many videos they want to put out.
We know.
But just like seeing their friendships and like seeing Hader folded into that friendship, because he does not have as much experience. He hasn't gone out to eat beef crudo with Julio. Like, but they're like bringing him in and listening to him and Julio talk about being dads. Like,
so sweet.
Oh my God.
I also love that they weren't afraid to be like, no, but it's a little it's a little awful when you have to do the hard stuff and your kid's crying and you don't know why. Like,
Yeah.
oof.
Yep.
I can't relate, but it sounds really hard.
Yeah, and like it's just
And clearly rewarding.
yeah, bros being bros, giving bro advice.
Yeah.
I loved
but
it.
without being weird. It was great.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Speaking of beautiful, the club is sponsoring
CPR.
some CPR training.
Yeah.
No, honestly,
Yes.
life-saving stuff is really important, and the fact that they are like sponsoring free lessons on how to do CPR if your CPR certification has lapsed, or if you've never gotten one. This is a great opportunity. Check the club socials for that. Also, they are giving away free tickets if you go get CPR certified.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a win-win, and all you have to do is spend a little bit of time learning how to save a life.
Yeah.
Highly recommended.
Absolutely.
If you don't have it already, go get it. If you've lapsed, go get it. It's quality, like important stuff to know.
Yes. 10 out of 10 move.
Yeah.
All right. Coming back to Brad, as we always do.
I mean, he dominates the section for a reason.
I know.
He's busy.
I know. It like wasn't a dig or a drag or anything. Like it's an absolute honor to get to have him on our team. He and Ashley were featured on Athletes for Hope. They did a spotlight on the Stuvers about just how much they do for the community with the Laundry Project, for a TX Foundation. It was so cool to see all of their achievements highlighted in a really, really nice feature article.
Yeah. Highly recommend reading through it, clicking through the links. There's also another link to the Brad and Ashley Stuver Foundation where you can, as always, give them money. And speaking of supporting the causes that are important to us as people and also our players, Sunday, September 8th, 2024 is the 2024 Stuver Social, which, of course, is with Equality Texas, Avow, Brad Stuver, and the rest of the EQTX Austin Steering Committee for a social event where we raise funds for LGBTQIA and abortion rights. General admission tickets are going to include food, a drink ticket, and the Stuvers will be there. You can pay to take a shot on Brad Stuver. And
yeah, don't expect him to go easy on you, though.
Yeah,
even if you're
a child. Yeah, he will try his best without diving to make saves against your shots.
Yeah,
so
this is one of my favorite events every year because it is such a great cause to support, and also because it's hilarious to watch Brad just like crush the dreams of 7-year-olds.
Yeah, so
it's a beautiful thing.
Come hang out with us in the stands and heckle if you want, or you can pay to take a shot on Brad. Either way, it's an awesome event every year. Highly recommended. It's very, very fun.
Yes.
And then the last thing that we've got coming up that was just announced is the Austin FC photo team, who we love. We could not say enough good things about the photos that our photo team takes of these players and the cool shots that they set up and all the like artistic choices that they make. They are doing Austin Photo Night on the 25th of September. We'll talk about it again, I'm sure, in a couple of weeks. But Austin Photo Night is an event where you will go and see photos from local photographers. This one will be at the pitch, and so highly recommend coming and checking that out and seeing some of the great shots that our incredible photo team has put together throughout the year.
Yes. All right, we're coming up on the end. We know it's a short little episode, but it's been nice to see some really like wholesome content from our boys. But I have a man of my jersey to talk about. Y'all, first of all, the man on my jersey, I got to really wear my personalized Julio Cascante jersey the other day, and it was so cool. It like felt nice. It felt nice to wear a personalized jersey. I get it. I'm
nice.
Seeing it. But the man of my jersey this week is someone who Mike and I have full-time jobs. And we also run a nonprofit theater company, and also we do podcasts. When we are not working, we're still working because we love the work that we do so much, even, if it's outside our like 9 to 5s. And I think that the man of my jersey this week is someone who really lives that also. He is constantly doing work outside of work when he has no need to. Nobody expects him to. Nobody, is demanding this time of him, but he is giving it so freely and so fully to support the causes he believes in. And it's just so incredible to see someone who is just constantly grinding to make this world a better place. And so, man of my jersey this week is Brad Stuber.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah. I like Brad. He's great.
Well, y'all, we do not have a match preview for you, but we will be playing Nashville, and their big thing is that they have
chicken.
a new coach.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hot chicken.
And so will he play like every other coach that's come out of the Greg Berhalter school? Who knows? I guess we'll find out. But it's exciting to see, and we're just so excited for games to be back.
Yeah, we are.
All right. We will talk to you in a couple of weeks.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.